to get a financial analyst internship. The financial analysis industry is very competitive. Lots of people come out of their undergraduate program or an MBA program and they want to be a financial analyst because it can be a good career track, whether you're in the investment industry or the corporate business industry. It can be a great career to be in. The trick is everybody else is also looking for a financial analyst internship, so how do you set yourself apart? I have some really practical steps that you can use to do this, and if you want to write these down as I go, I'm sure that at least one or two will be things you haven't thought of or that you could be doing a little bit more effectively and will help you secure that internship that you're looking for. The first thing is to consider that with so many firms out there and so much competition, you're going to have to apply to many different firms to get an internship. So what you want to do is identify 30 different employers in the financial analysis industry. These could be investment companies, big corporations, financial analysts, consulting firms of some type that you want to work for. Put them within a spreadsheet, and hopefully 25 of the 30 or more are local, so you can meet face-to-face as much as possible. The more face-to-face meetings you get with the more potential employers, the more potential there is for you to get an internship. The phone and email is great for moving along relationships, but nothing beats a face-to-face meeting. Another tip is to gather the email address, phone, and physical address of each of these 30 companies, put them in your Google Docs spreadsheet, and then add notes there on your relationship status with each potential employer. This way you can track the relationship as it's developed and not forget what the next step is that they recommend you take. Another tip is to consider making up a project. If you're going to an employer, doing an informational interview, and they say, oh, well, I'm sorry, we don't have any internship projects available, then you can say, oh, actually I had 2 projects I'd want to complete for your company. Can I run them by you real quick? And most people will say, okay, what are those? And whether they're skeptical to start with or not, one project what you always suggest to them is completing competitive analysis of what others are doing in the industry, whether it's on the financial analysis level or what another consulting firm is doing in that space or what software tools are being used in the space. You could do some sort of really in-depth market research related to financial analyst work that's going to help that employer grow their business or grow their financial analysis techniques or processes. So that can be something really valuable to do. Another tip is to consider gaining as much specialized knowledge as possible. Read financial analyst books, read blogs, articles, newsletters, earn a financial analyst designation or certification, such as the Financial Analyst Specialist program on businesstraining.com. You can do many different things so that it shows that you speak the language, you know the industry, you're committed, you're passionate about it, and you're not just talking a passionate game in the interview, you actually have shown all this genuine effort and investment of your time and energy in getting to know how to do financial analysis very, very well. The last tip is to consider working for free. Now before you turn off this video and not consider this option, hear me out. The strategy that I used working for free is basically going to an employer who's not currently hiring interns. So in this way you have no competition because nobody else is coming to them looking for an internship. And you say, I will work for you for free for as long as it takes until you see that I'm worth paying to keep. And you know what? After 1-2 months, if you don't think I'm worth keeping, no hard feelings, no problem at all. And what will usually happen if you work really hard is that after a few weeks, they'll start to see how valuable you are. They'll know that nobody's going to stay forever working for free, and they'll offer you an internship or a job. In my case, it took 3 weeks to get the offer. By the 4th week, I was a full-time salaried employee, and I got the job. So it worked very well. Just took 3 or 4 weeks of my time. I might have spent that time looking for other internships anyways if I hadn't done this experiment, and it turned out to work really well. So I definitely recommend you experimenting with that. It prevents you from having to work all summer in a financial analyst internship for free or something like that. And it's a great way to break in the door at some prestigious firm that otherwise might not have hired you. So I hope these practical tips on how to get a financial analysis internship are helpful. Thank you for joining us here today. And again, this is businesstraining.com where you can earn master's level qualifications to make more money.